So, this is the controller. No, it's not. This is what you call an official Pro controller. I'm pretty sure everyone has seen one of these before. You know? It doesn't have buttons in the back, obviously. But this is your regular Switch Pro controller. I'm not using this today. Because I'm using this thing. So this is a PowerA Switch Pro controller. It's really, really interesting. They call it the Enhanced Wireless Switch Pro controller, like marketing words to make people buy it. But it's basically like it's a third-party controller and stuff like that. It looks literally just like the Switch Pro controller, not too much different from it. Besides for the way it feels, like you can definitely feel it's a third-party controller because it's plastic. Like this is all plastic instead of the regular, you know, controller feel and that. It has programmable buttons. So you can see on the back here, these are buttons right here. Basically, you can map any button that's pre-existing, except the special button for some reason, to any other button that's to the back. So, kind of nice. Oh yeah, this is an interesting thing, by the way. I'm gonna disconnect the controller, but actually I didn't. It takes actual batteries. That's a really interesting thing. It takes actual batteries. So, that's an issue. If you have maybe like rechargeable batteries, then this probably might not be much of a problem for you. But if you don't, then it's going to be a thing where you're going to constantly need to buy batteries. Or you're going to want to buy rechargeable batteries, so you don't have to keep and continue buying batteries. So yeah, that's also another thing. There's no wired port for it. There's no, like, I guess, USB Type-C port, so you can't connect the controller in any way. There's no rumble. There's no NFC support for Amiibo. So those are two things, I mean, I already kind of went on my rant on rumble. It's not really necessary for me. I don't own any Amiibos, so that, again, that's not really necessary for me. And I can get I have rechargeable batteries, but they give you batteries when you buy this controller. So, what are the good and bad things about it? So I kind of already went over the bad things, where it takes batteries. I think literally that's the only bad thing about it. I mean, if you have Amiibos, then that could be a bad thing for you. If you like vibration, that could be a bad thing for you. But if those don't apply to you, then I think it's just the battery situation. Unless, of course, if you have rechargeable batteries, where that can also not be a problem. But other than that, those are really the only bad things about this controller. Now, everything is kind of personal preference. I would say the triggers for it, like the triggers are kind of different compared to the regular Pro controller. So you can kind of see here, this is the PowerA one. The triggers are kind of pointy compared to this one, which is really odd. And you definitely notice that, but it's I guess the travel distance and stuff like that are practically the same. Well, I mean, it's the thing you just get used to. I mean, I played it for like 3 hours this morning. It felt fine. The stick is a lot better. That's one thing I really noticed. The stick is a lot better compared to, I mean, that's personal preference for me, but I think the stick's a lot better. The D-pad's a lot better compared to the Pro controller, like, for sure. It's a lot more defined of where the, you know, where the D-pad is, but I mean, it depends on you, of course. I like the buttons, they're fine. All the buttons are fine, really. Like, I think the buttons are, like, one of the best parts about this controller. As for motion, which is also a really interesting that I want to point out, from, I guess, playing it for the 3 hours I did play it, compared to every other third-party controller I've had, because I'm actually going to show you one that I kind of dismantled. This is another third-party controller, and had motion controls. And, I mean, I had another one somewhere, but I'm not too sure where it is. But, as for motion controls, with this controller, this is by far the best one. Like, I would say on par of times, I guess, responsive time with the regular Pro controller. The thing I noticed about it, that it doesn't drift. And I mean, I'm yet to go into a situation where this Pro controller has drifting motion. Like, it doesn't drift at all. Like, it doesn't, you just hold it and it doesn't, like, start, like, moving by itself. So that's something that's pretty good about it. Well, don't think I guess I found out that's pretty good about it. I mean, I'm not too sure yet. Like, I'm still kind of skeptical. Like, maybe it's just because it's new. It could be a thing where I might need to play it a little bit more so I know what it's all about. I'm still wondering about how its battery life is. I mean, I've played it for like 3 hours this morning, so I'm kind of skeptical. Like, what happens if the battery becomes lower? My thinking is that if it goes half battery or low battery, then maybe the motion might slow down. Not confirmed until, you know, I figure this out. Yeah, let's figure it out, of course. But yeah, I'm gonna play on this for a week. Would I say it's competitively viable for Splatoon? At this point, yeah, from like 3 hours use. But that's pretty much it right now. I mean, until like, I'll give you like, I guess my final conclusion of it when it finally runs out of battery. That's what I think. When I actually have to get some rechargeable berries. So yeah, I think that's when I'll give you my final conclusion of that. At this point, it works really well. Like, personally for me right now, I can aim this better than the actual Pro Controller, which is pretty good. And I think it's just because that it doesn't drift. So every time I do aim, it's mostly accurate. So what's happening here? Trying to hit the shots. Killed him though. Oh my god, I'm in a situation here, but I got the kill, so. I'll take it. Oh my god. I'm a slayer. Kinda. Nice. Interesting. That's the way to take the entire team out. Well, this guy's coming from middle. Okay, that's interesting there. Perfect. I'll push up just a little bit. That piece. Thank you. I shouldn't jump, but I still got the kill. That's good stuff. Hit him for one. I'll take that any day. Cool. Interesting, right? Oh, that just about got him, actually. Oh, okay. That's a crazy jump. Perfect. Last one's the roller. And now he's not alive anymore. That was dangerous, but it's fine, I'm alive. Sometimes you just gotta go... You just gotta be alive, really. I had a feeling this might have happened. Dude, why am I slaying so much? Hello? Okay, 2 quick kills, 3. Just try to do your best. And all that jazz. I don't want to die here. There's another guy. Okay. Awesome. Unreal 1. What up, Zuckers? How you doing, dude? Of course, recharge it first, and then, see how it works after that. Cool. Thank you. I mean, well, I'll take that guy out, but... one there? Nope. The last one's a brush. And he's dead. Nice. Expecting 2 guys from right and 2 guys from left. Pretty good. We have some time to hold the zone, I guess. Oh, that's a good kill. Decent push. But they're also doing a burst one rush as well. Ooh, they're fighting back pretty good. I'll take it. Ah! Oh, I couldn't get the quad.